Hello, everybody. This is completely spontaneous, but I want to share with you guys why I stopped trying to change and fix my body. So many of you guys know I spent 10 years of my life restricting my calories, over exercising to try to be in a smaller body. I did so many different diets in my life, tracking calories and macros, keto, intermittent fasting, 21-day fixed containers. I would spend hours in the gym just over exercising, doing plenty of cardio because I was desperate to change and fix my body. And many of you guys know my story of, being called fat when I was in grade 8. And that's what really led me to a 10-year battle of food in my body, restricting, binge eating, hating my body, never feeling good enough, always feeling like I need to change the way that my body looks. So I got to a point where I recognized this. Always before a vacation, always before a social event, always before seeing family members that I haven't seen in a really long time, that's when I would get very extreme. So I would always over-exercise and I was always doing some type of diet. But if I knew that in 3 weeks from now, in 8 weeks from now, in a few months from now, I'm seeing my friend that I haven't seen in almost a year, you bet that I was gonna over-exercise. You bet that I was gonna restrict my calories even more. If I had a vacation coming up, if I was dating somebody for the first time, like I remember starting to date Andrew in 2015. This was like 8 years ago. And I met him online, okay? So I never met him in person. It was just all online. We met on Plenty of Fish. And it was hilarious because I was literally on there, you guys, for 4 days. And I found him. And he was on there, I think, for years. So it's kind of a funny story. Anyways. So I was starting to date him and he didn't know what I looked like. And I put up on my Plenty of Fish profile photos of me, right? Of course you're gonna put your best photos. And at the time I think I was doing some bodybuilding competitions. I was preparing for some bodybuilding competitions. So my body, looked a certain way when I think this was actually a few months before we actually met. So anyways, I think I put on a little bit of weight or whatever. But I put these pictures up. So I'm the person going to meet this guy needs to match the photos. You know what I'm saying? You can't put up photos and then show up and you're a different way. So I'm okay, gotta diet my way, gotta over-exercise. And there was so much pressure that I was putting on myself so that I can go on and I can meet this guy and look my best. The problem that I found is that every single time that I would over-exercise even more or diet even more, that made me feel pressure to maintain this body the entire time that we were dating, the entire trip, the entire time until the next time I saw my friend. So let's break it down into certain examples. Dating Andrew, 2015, first time I started dating him. I dieted my way or over-exercised. Then the entire time that we were dating, I felt like I couldn't put on weight. I felt like I couldn't fall off track with my diet. I couldn't stop tracking my macros. He knows me in this body. I can't just put on weight. People are gonna think that I let myself go. So the entire relationship at the beginning for me, it was I had to keep doing what I did to get to that body. And this is what most people don't recognize. It's you can't just over-exercise, restrict, lose the weight, and then not do what you've always done to maintain it. So I had to keep over-exercising. I had to keep tracking my macros. I had to keep dieting for many years of our relationship because I was so scared of him seeing me in a different body. And I was even talking to one of my clients who's in a new relationship and she's I feel like I have to lose some weight because I'm not really comfortable. And I said, listen, we have the freedom to change our body, but I really want you to understand this. Yes, it's exciting the first time you're starting to date somebody. It's like, yeah, of course you want to look your best. But I would rather you show up as your full authentic self, because if you get people to know you in a body that you know you can't maintain for the entire duration of the relationship, you're going to have pressure to maintain it. If you meet friends for the very first time and they see you while you were like 20 pounds lighter because you were heavily restricting, you were dieting, then guess what? The next time you see those people, you're going to do the exact same thing. Crash diet, maybe a month or so before you go see those friends again. That is so much pressure on you. That is so much pressure. And you're probably already putting a lot of pressure on yourself to not fall off track, to not gain weight, because I know that's like so scary to think about, like weight gain and all those things. But now you have this added pressure, not only from yourself, but from other people, because what do people comment? What if people think I let myself go? But you actually didn't let yourself go. Do you guys understand this? You didn't let yourself go if you put on weight. You were doing something extremely restrictive, extremely unsustainable, that of course you couldn't maintain what you were doing. But in our head, I let myself go, I'm a failure, I messed up. I would say the same things, especially for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, when I would see my family, especially if they live further away, I wouldn't see them every single month. So I would see them a few times per year. So, okay, I knew Thanksgiving was coming, Christmas was coming. Okay, crash, burn, diet, over-exercise before showing up to the social event. Okay, perfect. They see me in this small body, and then I won't have to see them until a few more months. But then a spontaneous thing would pop up. Oh, we're meeting here this weekend. And I'm like, but I'm not ready. But I need like a month's time before I can actually get my body ready, because the last time that they saw me, I was in a smaller body. So this is not only creating so much pressure for you, but you don't actually get to show up as your like true authentic self. And then it's really hard to do spontaneous things. I want you to ask yourself right now, if a friend that you haven't seen in a really long time, if they just messaged you and they're like, hey, you want to meet up for lunch? What is the first initial reaction? What would your reaction be? Oh my gosh, but like I gained weight from the last time that she saw me. Is that your reaction? She can't see me. The last time she saw me, oh my God, I was like 20 pounds lighter. Oh my gosh, she's gonna think I let myself go. Is that your initial reaction? First, we even have to stop seeing ourselves as just our body. If you haven't seen a friend in a really long time, it's like, I want you guys to have the mindset of like, ooh, I wonder what they're up to. I can't wait to hear about their family. I can't wait to hear about their career. I can't wait to tell them about my amazing life and my relationships and, you know, what my family is up to or what I've been up to. But so often, because we're so focused on our body and our identity is attached to the way that we look, that's the first thing that we think about. I'm meeting up with a friend for the very first time. I gotta diet. I gotta lose weight. I gotta fix my body. So as somebody who spent 10 years trying to change and fix my body, I decided that I don't want this pressure anymore. I want to be able to release my tight grip of control. I want to start seeing myself as so much more than a body. I don't want to spend the rest of my life trying to change and fix my body. I want to feel comfortable and confident going to social events. I want to be able to, you know, have a friend reach out to me that I haven't seen in a really long time. And I want to be so excited to go meet up with them, not cancel and make excuses for why I can't go and why we got to push the date a month after so that I can actually get my body ready to see them. So this comes through releasing control, surrendering, and trusting in your body. I used to feel so anxious going to social events, and now I'm no longer anxious. Not because I'm in a smaller body, but because I don't diet anymore. So the body you see today is the body you're gonna see next month. The body you see next month is the body that you're gonna see in a few months from now. I could absolutely change my body. We all know how to lose weight. We all know that. But I came to this realization of like, I don't want to keep yo-yoing. I don't want to be down 15 pounds and then gain the 20 pounds back and then hate my body and then have to diet again, because that was my life for 10 years. So something needed to change. And I said, instead of this crash dieting, restrictive dieting, barely eating, over-exercising before these social events and always trying to change and fix my body, what if I started to accept my body? Now, people freak out when I say this. Accepting your body doesn't have to mean, and I'm talking about this in one of my programs, Body Image Boost, accepting your body doesn't mean settling. Accepting your body doesn't have to mean you love your body or you're accepting the current body that you're in. Like, you're allowed to change. But what accepting your body actually means is accepting where you're at. This is the body that I'm in right now. And it's okay if I want to change, if I want to lose some weight, we're allowed to do that. But I'm going to accept that this is my current body right now, and I'm going to respect the body that I'm in right now while working towards the body of my dreams, the body that I feel so good in. But it's really hard to get to that place if you don't accept and respect and nourish and take really good care of the body that you're in right now. So instead of yo-yo dieting and then losing 20 pounds, gaining 20 pounds, losing and gaining, because that's like, it's so much pressure. It's like we have to start respecting our body and accepting the body that we're in right now. And when we do that, you're going to be in a body that feels so damn good. You're going to be in a body that feels so good, but also that you can maintain long term. There's no pressure when you go to social events. There's no pressure leading up to vacation. Losing the weight and then coming back from vacation, then gaining double the weight back. There's none of that. You're ready now. You're ready tomorrow. You're ready in a month from now. Your friend can text you spontaneously and you can go out with them because you're not worried. Even when I started dating Andrew and I met his parents for the very first time, I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to look my best because I want them to like me. But because I dieted and the parents saw me in one specific body, again, it's like I had to keep maintaining that, because if they met me in that way, I couldn't dare gain weight, because then they're gonna be like, oh wow, she put on weight. When meanwhile, I didn't put on weight. I was just getting back to a healthy weight that I can actually maintain long term. This is so important. So now I feel so free to show up to social events and to hang out with people. I'm not worried because number one, I no longer diet. So my body no longer goes up and down. I don't lose 10 pounds this month and then gain 20 pounds next month. I don't yo-yo in weight anymore because I'm not dieting. But also number two, I see myself as so much more than a body. When I go to social events, I'm no longer worried about like, what are people going to think about my body? I am living such an incredible life for myself, succeeding in my business, like growing my business, having the best relationship with my husband, meeting new people with where I just moved about a year and a half ago. I have so much good information to share that I can't wait to meet up with friends that I haven't seen in a while. I just met up with some friends from high school, and I can't believe they're still my friends, because when I was in high school, I would always cancel plans with them. I would never go out with them. I would, always make these excuses as to why I couldn't hang out, because I was binging and I was struggling with body image. So I never went out with them. And, quite frankly, they kind of stopped asking me because I would always make excuses. So they're like, well, Lorna can't come anyways. I'm not going to bother inviting her. But we're still friends today. And I met up with them. And like I said, it's like, I'm no longer worried, like, what are they going to think about my body? I'm like, I can't wait to tell them about my life and my business and, you know, going viral on TikTok and changing so many of my clients' lives and moving into a new place and having a rental property. And I just went to Greece on my honeymoon. Like, there's so many other things. So this is also something to consider. Do you have excitement in your life? Where if you go meet up with friends that you haven't seen in a really long time, are there exciting things that you can share? When I was restricting and binging, I would isolate myself. I'd just be at home binging. There was no excitement. So of course, when I showed up to social events, the only like kind of exciting thing that might be is like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. Whoop-diddy-doo. That was the only like quote unquote exciting thing in my life. When you live an extraordinary life for yourself and you're no longer restricting and you're binging and you're seeing yourself as more than a body and you're putting yourself out there, you're making these memories, you're going to have so many exciting things to go and tell your friends and tell your family that is going to excite you. That is going to be the thing that connects you to these people, not, oh, I'm so excited to go see my friend I haven't seen in a really long time. I'm down 10 pounds. But there's nothing else exciting in my life because all I do is work out and meal prep for 7 hours and then I binge. Like, there's nothing else exciting. So this truly, truly, truly changed my life. And I hope that you will reconsider if you have a vacation coming up, if you're dating somebody for the first time or you're seeing friends that you haven't seen in a really long time. I really encourage you to reconsider, like, not crash dieting. Because what you do to try to get into that smaller body is what you're gonna have to keep on doing to maintain that body that you were not meant to live in. And it creates so much pressure for yourself. So you can live a way better life for yourself, being fully present, having so much exciting things happen in your life when you're not so focused on just the number on the scale, being in a smaller body in the way that your body looks. So I just wanted to share this little quick story. I hope that this landed for some of you guys. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye guys.